Alrighty, I found this on the X from Libs of TikTok. Democrat Rep. Debbie Wasserman Schultz says Trump is a bigger threat to America, more than radical Islam. Well, there's a video with this, so I'll pop it in and take it from there.
What is the bigger threat to America right now, American values, American life? Islamophobia or jihad?
I think we have to focus, quite frankly, on, if we're worried about the threat to American values, on the person who's in the White House. I mean, we have a president.
Oh, come on. Really?
No,
is that
I'm
where we're
sorry.
going? Come on.
Yeah, she was literally brought on to talk about either radical Islam or Islamophobia. And what does she do? Typical lefty. Blame Trump.
Yeah, I'm going there because we have a president who has completely undermined our democracy.
Now, my understanding with the U.S. government, it's supposed to be a constitutional republic with a dash of democracy, so it's not a full-on democracy. I could be mistaken, but that's my understanding.
So you don't see jihad, you don't see this as a problem?
What I don't see is it as a single lens problem. We have a president who has been determined to undermine our constitutional principles, to degrade our democracy, to divide instead of unite us.
Funny how she talks about Trump dividing the nation, and yet the left is literally the party of mass immigration. Diversity is our strength. Diversity is literally division, because you're bringing in all these people with different backgrounds, different cultures, and not even encouraging them to assimilate, keeping to themselves basically, which, what does it do? Creates division, because you have all these little tribes all over the place.
The responsibility of our
I have to say, Congressman, you know how much I admire you, and I always appreciate being willing to come on and discuss things. But we booked you to talk about anti-Semitism and Islamophobia in America, so I'm asking the question.
I kind of feel bad for this guy. We booked you to talk about Islamophobia, and what do? You go right to bashing Trump. On the one hand, MAGA, a lot of them are unhappy with Trump because he's not keeping his promises. But on the other hand, all the Democrats are doing, they're bashing Trump. They're not using the opportunity to talk about their policies or anything, just Trump bad. So yeah, on the one hand, Trump's ratings are down, but on the other hand, if the Democrats don't start talking about their policies, something actually other than Trump bad, what are they going to do when Trump turns up?
Islamophobia.
No, those on the left right now, members of Congress, okay, Bernie Sanders and AOC today, the normalization and acceptance of Islamophobia in politics is disgusting. Our Muslim neighbors are not Republican scapegoats for anti-Semitic attacks and Trump's failed policies, how Trump's policies laid. Hold on.
Now, my understanding of a phobia is irrational fear of something. Irrational. Is being afraid of Muslims irrational? Well, let's see here. I think there's been like 40 plus Islamic attacks. And then you have that one attack in Australia, Sydney. If I'm not mistaken, the gunman, he was a Muslim. I think he was saying something about Allahu Akbar. Which is weird because I thought Australia banned guns, but somehow this guy got a gun. And I guess it was a bolt-action hunting rifle or something. And he was just standing there going pew, pew, pew. And because everybody else was unarmed, they couldn't do anything about it. So, yeah, I don't think it's an irrational fear to be afraid of Muslims, because all it takes is one.
Bernie Sanders, we must stand together and end anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, and all hate, no exceptions.
So yeah, Bernie Sanders is cheering this Ahmed al-Ahmed, a Muslim father of two who risked his life to disarm a Yeater who was pew-pewing down Jews celebrating Hanukkah in Sydney. I heard about that, so I'm going to pop up an article. On December 14th, 2025, a mass yeeting occurred at Archer Park near Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia, during a Hanukkah celebration attended by approximately 1,000 people. The attack was carried out by two gunmen identified as Sejay Akram, 50, and his son, Naveed Akram, 24, who targeted the Jewish community in what authorities declared an Islamic State-linked terror attack, motivated by anti-Semitism. So this Akram guy, 50, and his son, they probably went to the Australia to make a better life for themselves. And how did they repay the Australians? With treachery. So yeah, Bernie Sanders is praising this Ahmed Al-Ahmed guy, who is, yes, a Muslim. But there's a bit of a but to this. But the two gunmen, from what I could tell, were Muslim too. So, yeah.
Mamdani. 1 million Muslims live in New York City. We belong there, as does every other New Yorker. Vile Islamophobia from the councilwoman has no place in our city. What did the councilwoman say? We need to take very seriously the need to begin the expulsion of Muslims from Western nations.
So this Zohran guy, he just says Islamophobia. Maybe what he should be doing is trying to weed out the Islamic fanatics in the Muslim community, rather than just calling everybody Islamophobic, because that doesn't fix the radical Muslim problem. That's why, me personally, if I had to choose, I would go with this Councilwoman Vicky over the Zohran person, because she at least sees there's a problem between Muslims and radical Muslims, and you can't really tell them apart until it's too late, so you kind of have to do something other than just calling everybody Islamophobic.
Again, Democrats do not seem all that concerned right now about the threat from jihad.
All that concerned right now? Have they ever been concerned about that? Well, anywho, that's it for my thoughts on this video, article. Take care out there in clown world.